that is some pan.
So it's time to find a C3 Corvette. Lucky and I have been talking about it. We want a street machine, we want something awesome, but also something that sort of harkens back to the idea that we're building a low buck ZL1. Here's the thing, we always talk about this online, on our social media stuff. People are always asking us, how do you do this with smog? What do you guys do about smog in LA? Now, smog in LA is different than the rest of the whole country, which is super frustrating, especially since I don't live here. I live in Pennsylvania. So to drive on the street in LA, we need to get a 1975 or older Corvette. Out here, that's called pre-smog. So what I'm gonna do is just jump on Craigslist, and there's a couple tips and tricks that people don't exactly realize when you're doing this sort of online shopping. Now, there are quite a few other places to shop. There's LetGo, OfferUp, Facebook Marketplace. Those are all awesome places to look for cars. I will just get on here, put in 1975 as the newest model year, put in 5,000 bucks. We usually spend about 5,000 bucks max on these cars, and just see what's out there. And what's gonna happen if you just do like $5,000 and under? A super frustrating thing happens. You're gonna see these jokers. This guy's got a 1958 Impala 2 hardtop, and it says $58. Now he means probably $58,000, and it's really frustrating because there's no way that I need to see that car and I have no interest in it. So what we're gonna do is take your minimum price up to like 200, just to get rid of all these dudes that are gonna just shove their car in your face that you have no interest in, and I can't afford it. So this is the car that is my favorite. It is a 1974 4-speed manual Corvette. The guy's asking 7,500 bucks, which I think is pretty high because it's got no motor, but it's a decent project for us. It is a T-top 4-speed 1974, so pre-smog car, but it's got 84,000 original miles, 411 posi, 4-speed still in the car. We're gonna get it for just about $5,000. Here's the thing, it says Los Angeles, right? When I go to reply to this guy, he's got a 480 area code. I've already talked to this dude, he's in Arizona, and this is a game that people play. They live in the middle of nowhere, and they know that people are buying cars, especially the Los Angeles market is hot, cars go for a little bit more money, and they just start posting stuff all over. It's not super cool, but it's something you wanna watch out for. We are gonna ship this car that we found from Arizona, because we can do that, because Pilot is awesome and on our side. They're gonna transport that thing over to us. So watch out before you fall in love with that thing, see where it really is. We sent our PA out to get some push rods over at Speedmaster. He came back with guide plates and 750s and 850 push rods. The 850s work great. 750s wound up being a little too small. I wanted 760s. We found some 770s laying around. I usually order 2 or 3 sizes of push rods. We had these laying around and it saved our butts. Lucky is installing these Speedmaster roller rockers. They are 1.7 ratio, which is factory on a Chevy big block. Just one little tip, when you're installing these things, there is a rounded side and a flat side. The round side goes towards the valve and the flat side goes towards the adjuster. All right, so we've got our valve train totally assembled, and now we are setting the preload on these hydraulic roller lifters. We're gonna do 1/2 turn of preload, which means setting each cylinder to the base circle of the camshaft, and then you tighten down these adjusters until there's just a touch of drag you can feel on the push rod, and then 1/2 turn and lock it down.
1/2 turn.
Do it.
Half.
Boom. Lock it down.
Going down. Getting ready to drop in the distributor right now. Taking into consideration that the vacuum diaphragm needs to have room to move, and the rotor points towards the #1 cylinder. That looks like that would be it.
So one of the last things we're gonna toss on before we take this thing over to the dyno is not exactly a budget-minded carburetor, but it is a sweet one. It's a Holley Aluminum Ultra XP 850 CFM. And you've seen their budget line of Brawler stuff, which works great, but this thing's a little bit nicer. We stuck on these awesome Speedmaster heads, valve train stuff, big comp cam, a beautiful Holley XP carburetor, and now we're gonna take it to the dyno and see if it either A, makes big power, or B,
Makes a big mess.
makes a big mess.
Let's go.
That's it, something big's happening.